Welcome to the Lori Robertson Podcast, where I guide entrepreneurs and business leaders towards lasting success in their business. I'm your host, Lori Robertson, and in today's episode, we are going to be diving into a topic that resonates with many of us as the holiday season approaches: feeling overwhelmed. Yes. So, there is always a build up to the holidays right around this time right here, especially typically as we transition from Halloween to Thanksgiving, then swiftly into Christmas. It can feel like we're caught in a whirlwind of preparations. The excitement of the season is often overshadowed by the mounting pressure from planning family gatherings to navigating the chaos of Black Friday sales. And it's easy to feel overwhelmed. I know for me, during this time of year in the past, not so much now, but in the past, I definitely suffered from overwhelm because when it's time for you to start shopping, getting things ready for Christmas and Thanksgiving, especially if you're going to be the host for any or all of the holidays that's coming up now, it's a lot of pressure and overwhelm that you feel, anxiety and things like that, to make sure that the holidays goes very smooth for family and friends. So, let's start with Black Friday. For many, it marks the unofficial start of the holiday shopping season. The sales are enticing, but the pressure to find the perfect gifts at the best prices can create a lot of stress. Can you relate? You're looking online and trying to find the perfect gift with the perfect sale, and you're like, oh my God, because you see so much stuff. And it's not just about shopping, it's about the expectations that we place on ourselves to make the holidays special. Can any of you relate? I know I could in the past. I've gotten so much better now, and I'm going to be sharing with you some coping mechanisms that you can use to help you through the holidays, just like it's helped me. Now, then there's Thanksgiving. Okay, so we are preparing for Thanksgiving. Now, the logistics of planning a meal, inviting family, and preparing your home can pile on the stress because you want your house to be amazing. You want it to smell like Thanksgiving. You want it to look like Thanksgiving. You might want to do some decorations. Many people feel the weight of tradition, right? Wanting everything to be perfect. But here's the thing: perfection doesn't exist. It's okay to embrace the chaos. So instead of, you thinking, oh my God, I got to do all this stuff, I understand you want your house to be beautiful. You want it to feel like Thanksgiving. And so do I. The pumpkin and the spice and the beautiful foliages that you have on your doors and maybe inside your home. You want everything to be perfect. But like I said, it's okay to embrace the chaos and just breathe. Now, then we build up to Christmas. Now, this can often feel very overwhelming. The pressure to create the perfect celebration weighs heavily on many shoulders, from the endless lists of gifts to buy and decorations to hang, to the meticulous planning of family gatherings, and the joy of the season can easily be overshadowed by stress. Now, Christmas is my favorite time of year. I love the music. I love it if it actually snows. I love just the feeling of family. I love putting up a tree. I love to see the lights at night. I love to decorate my home. I just love, love, love the music. It just makes me feel so much better. Christmas is an amazing and a holiday because it actually is more to me about family, right? So you have shops that bustle with frantic shoppers. Now I hate being out shopping with a whole lot of people. So I'm so glad that we can actually click a button and shop online. Sometimes if I can't find what I want or doing some last minute shopping, then I might go out. But the constant barrage of holiday music can feel more like a chore than a cheer to some people. Sometimes it can because it's like it's so much thrown at us at one time in our senses, and we just can't handle all of it because of the hustle and bustle. Social media only amplifies this pressure, believe it or not, because it showcases picture perfect celebrations that leave some people feeling a little inadequate because you see the perfect, pictures of the food and how the family looks and things like that. And you're like, oh my God, I can't make this look like this. I can't do this. I can't find the perfect, music. I can't find the perfect decorations. The desire to meet expectations, both self imposed and societal, can lead to fatigue and anxiety. Oh boy. I mean, I know that you can actually relate. Some of you can actually relate because I was there a long time ago. But then I figured out some coping strategies. Blah. So, what you have to do is figure out, how do we cope with this overwhelm? That's what I asked myself a long time ago. How? How do I cope with all of this overwhelm that I'm feeling during these holiday season? First, it's important to acknowledge your feelings, okay? It's completely normal to feel stretched thin during this time. So give yourself permission to feel what you're feeling. So sit down, take some time, do some breathing, listen to a little bit of meditation, listen to some favorite music of yours to get you in that calm, peaceful place, and say, Lord, it's okay. So that's what I should say to myself, Lori, it's okay. So say it to yourself. It's okay to feel like this, right? So just give yourself permission to feel what you're feeling. Now let's talk about some expectations. Instead of striving for that picture perfect holiday, right? Consider setting realistic goals. Maybe you don't need to cook a 5-course meal. Maybe you don't need to buy gifts for everyone on your list. Focus on what truly matters to you and your loved ones. And this was something that we tried to do, or we practiced before. Instead of, I believe that memories are what matters the most. So why not think about, instead of doing this big 5-course meal, try something that our family tried one year and it works beautifully. Don't buy any gifts. Plan a nice little getaway for the family, because that little getaway, maybe you can go to a ski resort. Maybe you can go, I don't know, to the beach. Some people love going to the beach during the wintertime. But pick something that everybody is in agreement with, just for a day or two, just right around the holidays, where it's not that expensive. If you're able to, you can pay for it yourself, or you can have the family pitch in. Either way you want to do it. But trust me, the memories of that family trip will be so mind blowing, because nobody had to stress out about what they were going to get, who was going to cook the meal, whose house was going to be in, what gifts did you need to buy, because the gift was everybody as in the family getting together and going on that trip. And those memories last a lifetime. So that's just something to think about. And that's something that we did, and it worked wonderfully. And that's something that we try to implement, not every year, but, every other year or something like that, so that we can have a mixture or a combination of different type of things that we do for the holidays. So now, I don't want you to forget about self care. And if you were on my podcast from yesterday, maybe not yesterday, maybe a couple of days ago, I did one on self love. So that falls, even if you haven't, I'll put a link to it in the description and in the show notes down below, or you can just go to the podcast from, yes, the other day. But please, please, please do not forget about your self care. It is so easy to lose sight of our own needs amidst the hustle and bustle, right? It is. But schedule some time for yourself, whether that's a quiet moment with a book, a walk in nature. How wonderful it is when it's nice and crisp outside, or even when it's snowing, you just take a walk and take all of that beautiful nature in. It's going to make you feel so much better. Or even take a few minutes of meditation, whether in your home, outside, just because it's cold outside for some of us, because some people like to spend their Christmases in the warmth of other countries or down south or whatever. Meditation can be an awesome and amazing thing, whether it's inside, when it's in the comfort of your home in front of a fireplace, or outside in the snow, or the Christmas of the cold air, or the warmth of a ocean, beach, or something like that. Right. So whatever makes you feel good, that's what you do to prioritize your self care. Now, let me give you a practical tip. One practical tip is to delegate tasks, right? Involve family members in the preparations. Whether it's cooking, decorating, or shopping, sharing the workload can lighten your burden and foster a sense of togetherness. Now, how awesome is that? A lot of people don't think that. They think that they need to do this all by themselves. And I'm here to tell you that you don't, right? So, how about creating a holiday plan? How about that? This can be a big help. Map out your calendar for the upcoming weeks, noting key events, shopping days, family gatherings, and having a visual guide can help prevent last-minute scrambling and reduce anxiety. So, like if you're working, if you're still on your 9 to 5, there are holiday parties that you may have to gear up for. Even if you are not in corporate America still, you still may have other functions. You still may have other things that organizations that you're a part of, nonprofits, things like that that have parties during the holidays that you may be a part of. So make sure you plan these things out and make sure you don't overwhelm yourself with doing everything. And make sure you incorporate your shopping days when family gatherings are, when you have to do things for your job or your organizations or anything like that. Maybe you do stuff with friends. Maybe you have a particular day that you celebrate the holidays, whether it's Thanksgiving, whether it's Christmas, with friends. So make sure you get your calendar out and plan these because it definitely will reduce a lot of anxiety for you. And lastly, embrace imperfection. Remember that the holidays are about connection, love, and gratitude, not about having everything just right. Allow yourself to enjoy the moments because that's what it's all about, even if they don't go according to plan. Be thankful, grateful, give gratitude, right? For even the things that mess up or you think is not going your way. So, as we wrap up today's episode, I want to remind you that it's okay to feel overwhelmed during the holidays. You're not alone. By acknowledging your feelings, setting realistic expectations, and prioritizing self care, you can navigate this season with a bit more ease. And trust me, when I put some of these into place, my holiday season is so miraculous. I have the best time during the holidays. I don't stress. There's no depression. There's nothing. Either if I want to spend time with family, or if I want to spend time alone, or if I want to go out of the country, or just out of the state, or heck, just out of my house. These tips helped me tremendously, and I hope that it helps you as well. So I want to thank you for joining me. If you found today's episode helpful, please share it with a friend or a family member who might be feeling the holiday stress, or if they aren't feeling it now, who you know that's going to be feeling it in the days to come. Remember, I want you to take a deep breath and embrace the joy of the season. God, just embrace it because imperfections are just a part of it. So embrace that as well. And until next time, you know what I want you to do? I want you to take care of yourself, love yourself, and just remember, it's all about love and peace and joy. You can do this. Until next time, my friends, I will talk to you later and happy holidays.